After losing for the first time in Week 11 of the 2024 NFL season, Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs have won 2 straight games, most recently defeating the Las Vegas Raiders 19-17 at Gayha Field at Arrowhead Stadium on Black Friday. Late in the second quarter, Mahomes found tight end Travis Kelce on a short 5-yard pass on 3rd and 10, one of the game's more thrilling moments. Prior to his well-known highlight, Kelce lateraled the ball to running back Sage Penn just as he was going to be tackled by a Raiders defender. Penn raced an additional 10 yards and took the first down for a total gain of 15 yards. Mahomes acknowledged that Kelce's style of play is natural and not planned during his remarks during the Chiefs' media availability on Wednesday. According to Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce's laterals are all organic, and that his ability to comprehend the playbook and predict player locations is what makes them so effective. 2-time NFL MVP Patrick Mahomes continued to dissect Kelce's incredible play. Kelce played a check-down role in the play the other day. He was accessible, Mahomes stated. I wanted to try to get as close to 4th down as possible, so I could try to persuade Coach Andy Reid to go for it. Kelce is fully aware of the repercussions of a poorly executed lateral play, the former Texas Tech standout continued. At first, it was more of a joke, but now it's kind of become a thing. He does that in practice. Coach is also going to continue to let him do it as long as he finishes it. He is aware of the repercussions if he doesn't, though, Mahomes continued. After completing 26 of 46 passes for 306 yards and a score, Mahomes concluded the Week 13 victory. Kelce also contributed 7 catches for 68 yards. Kansas City, with an 11-1 record going into Week 14, has the best NFL record thanks in part to the 2 All-Pro players. They will return home for Sunday Night Football against the Los Angeles Chargers. In Week 14, the Kansas City Chiefs will play the Los Angeles Chargers on Sunday Night Football. With the nation watching, the reigning Super Bowl winners arrived at Arrowhead Stadium's locker room, prepared for the primetime divisional matchup. The Chiefs' standout quarterback Patrick Mahomes and tight end Travis Kelce went past cameras prior to kickoff, sporting their Sunday best for the event and showcasing their own style. In addition to a sleek pair of Oakley sunglasses, Mahomes paired his khaki outfit with a long white undershirt. Kelce had his trademark well-styled hair and was dressed in cargo trousers and an enormous V-neck sweater. These are the outfits that the other defending Super Bowl champions wore before facing the Chargers. The Chiefs will play Week 14 against the Los Angeles Chargers at Arrowhead Stadium on Sunday, December 8th. Now that they have the best record in the AFC, Kansas City is certain to secure the desired number 1 seed in the playoffs and the associated home field advantage. The Chiefs must defeat Los Angeles to keep their grasp on the conference rankings before they can enjoy a much-needed break before elimination games begin in January. Before the Chiefs and Chargers face off in the AFC West on Sunday, the experts at Pro Football Network offered some important predictions. Here are some things that Kansas City supporters should be aware of before their meeting with Los Angeles in Week 14. Justin Herbert of the Los Angeles Chargers has an injury update. Before consulting with an athletic trainer, the former Oregon Duck star hobbled off the field following an ankle injury sustained during Sunday Night Football against the Kansas City Chiefs. On the following drive in the first quarter, though, he was back on the field with the offense. It appears that former Oregon Ducks quarterback Justin Herbert injured his ankle during a scramble attempt during the Los Angeles Chargers versus Kansas City Chiefs game. Herbert's injury status was updated during the primetime broadcast by Melissa Stark, an NBC sideline reporter. According to Stark, it was evident that Herbert was in pain. He spoke with an athletic trainer briefly. There was no test or examination. Herbert returned immediately to his tablet once they covered that left shoe with tape. A few players did approach him to see how he was doing. He nodded and grinned. It is important to note that this is not the same ankle that first appeared on his injury report this season. Herbert had a recurrent ankle sprain against the Pittsburgh Steelers, which caused him to lose time earlier in the season. He left the game wearing a walking boot. But the starting quarterback for the Chargers is back to his best, and Los Angeles is 8-4. The injury that Herbert may have sustained on Sunday Night Football is different from the one that the former Oregon Duck was battling this season, as Stark points out. The Chargers quarterback is able to play through his injury, but ESPN's Adam Schefter reports that Herbert's top target, rookie wideout Ladd McConkey, will miss the game against the Chiefs due to a shoulder injury. Slowly, the picture of the AFC playoffs begins to take shape. That postseason race will undoubtedly be impacted by Sunday night's game between the Kansas City Chiefs and Los Angeles Chargers. Andy Reid's Kansas City team has the opportunity to secure the AFC West for another season with a win. A victory in Week 14 would also prevent the Buffalo Bills and other teams from advancing to the conference's top spot. Conversely, Jim Harbaugh's Los Angeles team is off to an 8-4 start this season. To keep any hope of winning the division, the Chargers urgently need to win. As a current wildcard club, it wouldn't harm their chances of making the playoffs either. What happens during the game? The SI crew predicts the Kansas City Chiefs' 14th week of the 2024-25 season. With even mediocre protection for Patrick Mahomes, I'm hoping that the Chiefs' attack will appear much more reliable and explosive if DJ Humphries starts at left tackle. In addition to being a difficult test for Jawan Taylor, the injured right tackle, and whoever starts on the left side, the Chargers should also provide a clear picture of where KC's O-line is at the moment. In the defense, I hope Steve Spagnuolo gives Joshua Williams an opportunity to prove he should be in the starting lineup while allowing Trent McDuffie to follow Ladd McConkey for most of the game. The only thing that would really catch me off guard would be a team blowout. In several aspects, the Chargers and Chiefs function similarly, according to Jordan Foote. Their passing game isn't the most explosive in the league, and Justin Herbert doesn't have many weapons at his disposal. Protecting the football, running the rock, and trusting that its defense can make stops are all ways that Los Angeles thrives. Jesse Minter's defense is doing better than Steve Spagnuolo's, which is the difference in this situation. The addition of Joshua Williams in place of Jalen Watson, however, may give Kansas City a lift at left tackle, and I'm not quite as concerned about the cornerback position. As with Kansas City's games every week, expect a close game here, but the home team will defeat their AFC West foes in a decisive manner. The freshly recruited DJ Humphries will be the center of attention, says Zach Eisen. His first live action since tearing his ACL in December of last year will take place on Sunday night. He will significantly outperform Wanya Morris if he can provide the Chiefs with league-average left tackle play. With the improvement in the passing game and the return of Isaiah Pacheco to the rushing game, Kansas City's offense is ready to take off. Humphries might have the secret to its release. All season long, the Chiefs haven't performed well while playing a divisional opponent, but they put on a terrific show and won handily here with a chance to secure the AFC West. Van Sickle. No matter who the opponent is at this stage, but especially against the Chargers, there's no reason to doubt that the game will be tight. This game can very well come down to the last possession because they are the second-best team in the AFC West and a divisional foe. By defeating the Chargers 19-17 on a bank shot field goal, the Chiefs win the AFC West for the 9th time in a row. Los Angeles, at 8:50 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, December 8, 2024. After a tough contest, the Kansas City Chiefs defeated the Los Angeles Chargers 19-17 on Sunday night to earn their 7th consecutive AFC West championship. Matthew Wright's 31-yard field goal at the end of the game banked off the left upright. Wright's 4th field goal began a clock-killing 4.5-minute drive directed by Patrick Mahomes of the two-time defending Super Bowl champion Chiefs, 12-1. It appeared to be routine until the ball clanged off the upright in Kansas City's most recent close call. The team has won 10 games by a single score. Kansas City has won 9 consecutive division titles, 2 less of the NFL record of 11 held by the New England Patriots. After the Chargers, 8-5, punted on their first 5 possessions, the Chiefs led 13-0 at the half. However, in the second half, with goals on each of their 3 drives, Justin Herbert and LA came alive. There was 4:35 remaining when Cameron Dicker made a 37-yard field goal to put the Chargers ahead 17-16. Mahomes then got to work, rushing for another first down after the 2-minute warning and hitting Xavier Worthy for 14 yards on 3rd and 10. In order to help the Chiefs run the clock down to 0-2, Mahomes scurried, ducked a potential tackle, and threw to a kneeling Travis Kelce. The sole touchdown Kansas City scored came late in the first half when Mahomes, who went 24 of 37 for 210 yards, delivered a 9-yard throw to DeAndre Hopkins. Herbert gained 213 yards and a touchdown, passing 21 of 30. Mahomes was sacked 3 times, and in the last 3 games, he has taken 13 sacks, which is the most in his career. The second half began with a 13-play, 79-yard drive by the Chargers, which ended with a 3-yard touchdown run by Gus Edwards. With a 39-yard pass interference penalty on Justin Reed, the Chargers gained a 14-13 lead after a Chiefs punt and proceeded to go 74 yards on 4 plays. Quentin Johnston was found by Herbert for the Chargers' first touchdown pass in 13 quarters, which went for 4 yards. Wright's third field goal, this one from 50 yards out, was the Chiefs' response after Trey Smith's unsportsmanlike conduct penalty forced Kansas City to back off. Mahomes overtook Dan Marino for the most passing yards in the first 8 years of a career during the Chiefs' first drive, which ended with Wright's 47-yard field goal. Nick Bolton of Kansas City struck Herbert late in the second quarter, causing him to miss a play and resulting in the Chargers' 5th punt. The Chiefs answered with a 77-yard, 9-play drive that culminated in Hopkins' touchdown reception. In addition to shutting out an opponent in the first half for the first time this season, Kansas City had their biggest halftime lead.